Ever wondered why some guys can walk into a room, say almost nothing, and suddenly, every woman's attention is glued to them? Here's the crazy part. They're not even trying to touch her, flirt hard, or pull cheesy tricks. Yet, women are instantly curious, even turned on. So today, I'm breaking down how you can spark that attraction in a woman without even laying a finger on her. And trust me, once you understand these triggers, it'll feel like you've unlocked a hidden cheat code. 1. The power of presence. Think about the last time you saw a man who looked completely unshakable. Maybe he wasn't the loudest guy in the room, but everyone noticed him anyway. That's presence. It's not about being the biggest or the flashiest. It's about calm self-assurance. When you walk in with slow, deliberate movements, shoulders relaxed, head held high, you radiate confidence without saying a word. And here's the kicker. Women feel that. Imagine this. 2 men walk into a bar. One looks around nervously, scanning for approval. The other walks in like he belongs there, casually greets the bartender, and just settles into the space. Guess which one she notices first? 2. Eye contact. It speaks volumes. You've heard eye contact is powerful, but most guys mess this up. They either avoid it altogether, or they stare like they're trying to hypnotize her. Both are turnoffs. The secret? Hold it just a little longer than normal, then glance away. That's what creates tension. Picture this. You're talking to her, she makes a playful comment. You lock eyes, hold it for just one extra beat, then smirk and look away. That tiny pause? It sends a surge of electricity through her body, because eye contact done right says, I see you. I'm confident, and I'm not afraid to connect with you. That alone can make her feel more turned on than any touch could in that moment. 3. The voice that pulls her in. Your voice is like music. It can either soothe, excite, or bore her to death. Most guys speed up when they're nervous, speaking high and shaky. That signals insecurity. But when you slow down, lower your tone slightly, and let pauses hang, it builds intrigue. Example, instead of saying, yeah, that sounds cool, in a rushed tone, you lean back, smirk, and say, yeah, that does sound interesting. Notice the difference? Your voice paints the mood, and the mood is what she feels in her body. Ever wonder why women swoon over singers or men who read with authority? It's not just the words, it's the delivery. 4. Playful teasing without going overboard. You know what women get all day long? Men trying to impress them. Compliments, flattery, approval, and it's boring. Teasing flips the script. Example, she tells you she's addicted to iced coffee. Most guys say, oh, that's cute. I love coffee too. You smirk and go, addicted? Wow, should I be worried I'm talking to a caffeine junkie? She laughs. She playfully defends herself. Boom, you've created chemistry without even touching her. Teasing works because it builds contrast. You're not just another guy nodding along. You're giving her that push-pull dynamic that creates tension. And tension is attraction. 5. The subtle mystery factor. One of the fastest ways to kill attraction is to overshare. Men think, if I tell her everything about me, she'll like me more. Nope. Mystery is magnetic. Let's say she asks, so what do you do for fun? You could list out every single hobby, or you could smile and say, I've got a few things I do that I probably shouldn't admit on a first conversation. Now she's curious. Now she wants to know more. Because the unknown makes her imagination run wild. And guess what? Her imagination will always paint you in a more intriguing light than if you handed her all the answers up front. So leave space, drop hints, let her chase the story. 6. The way you listen. Most men aren't really listening. They're waiting for their turn to talk, or they're just nodding along. But when you genuinely listen, you stand out instantly. Here's how. Lean in slightly. Maintain steady eye contact. Ask follow-up questions. And then, don't be afraid of silence. Example. She says, I've always wanted to travel to Italy. Instead of just saying, that's cool, you respond, Italy? Interesting. What's the real reason you want to go there? Now she feels like you care about what's beneath the surface. She feels understood. And when a woman feels understood, she feels safe. Safe connection plus emotional intensity equals attraction. Simple math most guys miss. 7. Leading with certainty. Women are constantly approached by indecisive men. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Indecision is a turnoff. But a man who takes the lead, even in small ways, sparks instant attraction. Example, instead of saying, where should we sit? You glance around and say, let's grab that spot by the window. Done. Simple. Confident. She doesn't have to think. She doesn't have to plan. She just gets to relax into your energy. And when she feels you're certain, decisive, and grounded, her body responds. Because attraction isn't about pressure. It's about allowing her to feel she's in the presence of a man who knows what he wants. 8. Storytelling that draws her in. Here's the secret most guys never use. Storytelling. A simple, well-told story can turn her on more than any pickup line. Why? Because stories bypass logic and go straight into her emotions. Example, instead of just saying, yeah, I like traveling, you share, last year I got lost in a tiny street market in Vietnam, ended up eating something I didn't even recognize, but it turned out to be the best meal of my life. Notice what happens? She's not just hearing about your trip, she's there with you. She's picturing it, feeling it, connecting with the emotions. And when she's emotionally invested in your words, she's not just listening. She's drawn into your world. That's magnetic. That's intimate. That's how you turn her on, without even touching her. So here's the truth. Turning a woman on without touching her isn't about tricks. It's about energy. When you walk in with presence, when your eyes hold tension, when your voice makes her lean in, when your teasing creates sparks, when your mystery keeps her guessing, when your listening makes her feel understood, when your leadership lets her relax, and when your stories pull her into your world, she won't just feel attracted, she'll feel magnetized, and when you finally do touch her, she'll already be halfway yours.